Welcome to Far Out Foods, where we've created the ExoGarden, a cyclical ecosystem that maximizes delicious fresh food output through an innovative mushroom and veggie growing system. Let's go take a look.
This is the mycocycler. This prototype has 12 mycocycling tubes that can continuously produce fresh mushrooms. This 2 cubic meter unit can easily accommodate up to 2 dozen tubes and produce 380 grams of mushrooms a day. Next, we have the Hydroponics Vegetable Growth System, or the HVGS, that grows delicious veggies from seeds into microgreens and hardy leafy greens. When fully operational, it produces 280 grams of greens a day. The 2 units are connected by the Organic Recycler Module, or the ORM, that recycles spent mushroom substrate and vegetable biomass into a rich compost that can be reused as mushroom substrate and nutrient additive for the hydroponic system. The ORM helps reduce the need for external inputs and greatly reduces waste. The system is highly automated, creating a beautiful symbiotic relationship between humans, fungi, and plants. To set up the ExoGarden, the mycocycler is filled with about 15 gallons of partially mycelated mushroom substrate. The hydroponic system is prepped with nutrient-rich liquid and loaded with seeds. The ExoGarden's automated systems then efficiently water the veggies and maintain ideal temperature and humidity for the mushrooms. Circulating air allows for CO2 and oxygen exchange between the 2 systems. Over 30 days, mycelia will grow in the tubes, the seeds will grow into microgreens, the microgreens are eaten, and a few microgreens are transferred to the hydroponic trays to grow into full-sized greens. When a tube is fully mycelated, the cap can be removed and fresh substrate is added to the back of the tube, pushing mycelated substrate out the front where it will fruit. The mushrooms are then easily harvested by hand. Once a tube has completed fruiting, the protruding mycelated substrate will be removed and added to the ORM, where it is composted, sterilized, and recycled as fresh substrate for the mushrooms and nutrients for the veggies. The tube is then capped and the mycelium allowed to grow into the fresh substrate. Once the substrate is fully mycelated, the tube is once again ready to fruit, completing the cycle. With multiple tubes, fresh mushrooms can be harvested every day. In the HVGS, the hydroponic vegetables are grown on pull-out tubs, allowing for easy maintenance and harvesting. Microgreens are grown in core-filled trays, and adult greens are grown in soilless baskets. Vegetables and microgreens are grown in stages to allow for continuous harvesting. Nutrients are recycled through the ORM, and additional nutrients will come from stored fertilizers. Energy-efficient LED lights allow for automated growing cycles. Food safety is a high priority for Far Out Foods and the ExoGarden. The mycocycler's continuous system requires very little cleaning and maintenance. Antiseptic isopropyl alcohol solution is used to clean equipment and reduce the risk of contamination. Every 40 days, a hydroponic tray will be emptied, cleaned, and refilled in a process that takes only a few minutes. Harvested mushrooms are cooked or dehydrated at 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The roots and inedible stems of the already harvested vegetables will be manually removed and placed in the ORM. Hydroponically grown lettuce is harvested and washed with a sanitation rinse of 25 ppm chlorinated water and a final rinse of 5 ppm chlorinated water as per industry guidelines for handling fresh greens. Veggies and mushrooms produced by the ExoGarden were tested by an accredited ISO 1725 lab and passed food safety testing for Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, and total aerobic plate counts. The MESS, or Multimodal Eating System, is the cooking and food preparation apparatus of the ExoGarden. Using readily available commercial technology, astronauts and remote terrestrial users can prepare delicious meals with our all-in-one cooker that can dehydrate, bake, broil, air fry, steam, pressure cook, sauté, and boil. Our fresh greens and mushrooms can be combined with stored grains and healthy fats cooked in the mess to create a wide variety of dishes. Staple grains, such as flour, rice, lentils, and dry pasta, can be packaged and stored nearly indefinitely. Fats, like olive oil, can easily be stored for 1 year or longer under the right conditions. The ExoGarden can produce a stunning variety of meals with a range of fresh greens and umami flavors. For example, cooked oyster mushrooms are an excellent meat alternative that bring a soft, savory, and meaty texture to stir-fries, soups, salads, sauces, sandwiches, tacos, and much more. The HVGS system can output hearty greens such as spinach, lettuces, and kale for salads, as well as delicious herbs such as basil, arugula, parsley, rosemary, thyme, chives, mint, and many more. Mushrooms and greens can be dehydrated for longer-term storage and used as seasoning or rehydrated in soups. We made a delicious meal of savory king oyster mushrooms, kale, and noodle soup, along with a tender salad mix, arugula, and spinach, topped with marinated mushroom jerky and olive oil. That's good. Thanks for checking out the ExoGarden, created by Far Out Foods, a beautiful symbiotic relationship between humans, fungi, and plants.